use Jesus and use Mother Teresa and Dr. Martin Luther King. I realize that once you understand that you are Word made flesh and that you are on assignment, you process pain differently.
Yes.
That is the metaphorical story of Jesus. That he knew his purpose and willingly suffered because he knew his purpose. That we're going to have pain. It's a part of, how many of you know it's a part of life? Yeah. Anybody expect it again? No. I would love to have you stand in my place if you have. But if you understand that as long as you're getting up each day with a purpose, a mission, as long as you're getting up with a vision in mind of why you are here, that your living is not in vain, you will process pain differently. Yes. When my mother made her transition, and then 2 months later, my mother-in-law made her transition, both of them with cancer. When my 38-year-old son made his transition from cancer, when I had a car repossessed years ago, when I decided to be an entrepreneur, when I made decisions to be a full expression of God and show up, I suffered. I suffered loss. I suffered heartache, but I am not a victim.
That's right. That's right.
Because I processed my pain like, oh, okay, here it is. Right. And guess what? Bring it on.
That's right.
Because once you've experienced it, you're tougher. Yes. You're stronger. Yes. You stand on your faith and you say, I can get through this. Yes. I can grow through this. Yes. Been there, done that. Yes. Oh, they get it, brother. Yes. So when you know that you are flesh made manifest, not only will you process pain differently, but you will sacrifice differently. That's right. You will sacrifice because you know there's a purpose and there's a reason. How many of us sacrifice for our children? And you did it because you knew that came with the territory and you didn't mind doing it because you loved them. And you took on the responsibility to bring them into the world. And so that was your purpose. You see, when you realize that your purpose is bigger than you, as Christ knew that his purpose was bigger than his flesh, the pain, the sacrifice, the cost came into factor, and it didn't mean anything. That is the metaphorical teaching to us. That when you feel like you are being betrayed, when you feel like you're on the cross, when you feel like you are suffering, know that you can process it differently if you know that you are the Word made flesh. Now the thing is, sometimes you and I will run from our purpose. I ran from this purpose for a long time. I put myself down for a long time. I ran from getting my honorary doctorate. I ran from that. I ran from a lot of things because I didn't understand what I'm teaching you today and what I'm reminding myself today, that I am the Word made flesh. Yes. My earliest hero was Mother Teresa. That was one of the first icons that stirred up my gift in me. I wanted to have the attributes of a Mother Teresa. I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to help the suffering. Now, I didn't do it the way she did it because I like to dress. I like my hair, and I like earrings, and I like glitter. I couldn't do it the way Mother Teresa did it, but I realized that I did want to touch people's lives. I wanted to make a difference. I realized in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, it says, our bodies are like tents that we live in on this earth. Yes. So in this big blue marble in the sky, you were chosen. That's right. Yes. You were chosen. Yes. But you are like a tent, which means that eventually we are soon going to be a vapor. We must leave our legacy. Because what does anybody ever been in a tent? I used to go camping every summer. What happens after a while with the tent? It starts to fold up a little bit. It starts to lean in a little bit. And you know, some of us, you know, we start to what? Lean a little bit. You know, the tent is starting to fold up. And so what I say to you is that as long as there is spirit in you, as long as there's life in you, you are a tent on this earth that God chose you, even though you're leaning, even though you know that soon this tent will fall. So who's still living today?
Yes.
Who's still standing today?
Yes.
I don't see anybody standing. Who's still standing today? Who's still alive today? Who's still a tent today? Who's leading a little bit today? It's okay. It's okay. But you still, somebody say, I'm still here. I'm still here. You're still here. You are the Word made flesh. All this beautiful flesh, this beautiful melanin.
Yes.
I honor this flesh.
Yes.
I'm grateful for this temple. I'm grateful that I was chosen. I'm grateful that I process my pain differently, that I don't see myself as a victim. I'm grateful that I no longer pick up people, problems, and projects that are not my assignments. I speak loudly and proudly that I am the Word made flesh. And anything that follows I am becomes who we are.
That's right.
Our words become our world.
Yes.
Your word becomes flesh. Your word begins to fulfill the law of attraction, the law of cause and effect, the law of action, the words that you put out.
Yes.
So I'm always putting out. I meet the kindest people. I meet the most wonderful people. I meet the most loving people. And you know what happens? I meet the most kindest people. I meet the most loving people. It just happens all the time because I refuse to live in a world full of pain and nastiness.
Yeah.
I realize that my word says that I can either choose to be around people that are like a tonic. They give me joy, they give me health, or I can be around people that are toxic. And it doesn't mean you judge the people who are toxic, you just recognize that's where they are right now. They're discouraged, they're acting like a victim, they're mean, they're gossipy, they're jealous, they're negative. So that's not in my world. I don't want that in my world. So let me gravitate towards tonic people. Come here, Reverend Lisa. Come here. I gravitate to people who are like a tonic.
Yes.
Right.
When I laid eyes on her this morning, it's like something, I want to be as tall. I never I was lifted in spirit because she energizes me.
Yes.
My dear sister who's been with me since day one, when I'm with her, she energizes me. And sometimes in our private dressing room, we'll say, well, this particular person, we need to kind of love them from a distance. You begin to recognize, your BS detector gets really strong. The word is made flesh. You cannot be around, talk about, express things that are not for your highest good. It doesn't mean they don't exist. Oh, they exist. But I know that my words create my world. Yesterday I had a big conference at the Four Point Sheraton Hotel, and it was an amazing conference, and I was exhausted, but it was a good exhaustion. And I'm getting in my car, and I'm driving out, and I have to put my ticket in for the parking lot, and I realized I was supposed to go into the hotel and pay it first, and I thought, oh my God, I gotta go inside and back up my car. This car's behind me, and all of a sudden the person behind me ran up and said, here, take my ticket. I'll go inside and get another one. See, kindness. You know why? Because I expect that. I put it out. I toss glitter everywhere I go. I scatter kindness wherever I go. I scatter it because I believe that is what Jesus was all about. Scattering kindness and gentleness and hope and love. It wasn't about writing a book or being on American Idol or being having a collar. Jesus came to say, let's be about the Father's business. Let's practice kindness. Let's bring joy into this world that we know there's corruption. We know there's racism. We know there's violence. We know there's hunger. It's always been here.
That's right.
Through your words, you create your world.
That's right.
So I spread love.
That's right.
I Yes. I spread joy. They're called the fruits of the Spirit.
Yeah.
Kindness, joy. And I promise you, if that's what you put out, that is what you want. When I was raising my sons, and, you know, when the ATM machines first came out, and Mama, can I have this? And Mama, can I have that? Well, son, I can't do that right now. Well, Mama, just go to the ATM. I said, look, if you can't put it in, you can't get it out. I'm teaching that principle. It's the same thing with life. If you don't put in, you can't get nothing out. You got to put it in. And so God put in you His Spirit, her Spirit, that you would walk the land, that you would spread kindness, joy, compassion. You see, God's DNA is in you. When I look at my grandson, my first grandson, I say,